Hello to all my book members and welcome if you're new. Excuse me. Hello, my name is Christina and I love to read books. Today's video is going to be 4 books that I'm actually reading. I will talk a little bit about the book, read a little bit about it, so I will understand the book a little better, and I'll tell you where I'm at in the book. The first one is Dragon Rider. A dragon, a boy, a journey. With a lonely boy named Ben on board, the brave young dragon, Fire Drake, sets out on a mystical journey to find a mystical place where silver dragons can live and a place forever. Flying over moonlit land and sparkling seas, he encounters robotic creature Simon up surprising courage and crosses the path of ruthless ones with an accident grudge who determines to end their quest. Only a secret destiny can save the dragon and the enchanted ventures about the true meaning of home. Now, I'm thinking this is like a fantasy book. I've been reading this book. I'm actually on chapter 26 of this book. So, not bad being on chapter 26. I have this much more to read. I do keep 2, if you notice, not in all my books, but most of my books I have 2 bookmarkers in my book. And it's not weird, but I count out 5 chapters. I try to read 5 chapters a day, or better, if I can. But mostly when I'm in bed at night, getting ready to go to bed, I try to read some in the book. And at night when I'm reading, I get more read than I do in the daytime sometimes. That is one of the books. And it is by this person. A very good book. Very interesting book. I read this book since 2022, and it's 2023, and it's time that I read it. I told my son, because he wanted the books, and then I find out my son has a whole book series. There's 3 books to that series, and he has all 3 books. So, and for those who are on this channel, I am reading in my book club on YouTube here. We're reading the book Land of 100 Wonders by Lesley. A very good book. I can't per se know if this is a chapter book or not. If we're on a chapter, let's see. If we're doing this by chapters, let me go through and see. Let me see something here. I'm trying to figure this out. These pages. Okay, that's one. Number 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if any, I would say, this. Okay, we're on chapter 6. We're on chapter 6, in the middle of chapter 6. So, which should be page 49. Not a bad book. Lovely story. The girl was in a major accident. She lost her parents. She's living with grandpa now. And she wants to be a writer. And she wants to write about things that happen in her town. And she has an old lady there that likes to talk about the Land of 100 Wonders. And her mother always has told her about the Land of 100 Wonders. It's not a bad book at all. It says, let's see here. The goddess of a human humming, and it's a warm evening. The fog are swirling in summer. Laddie McGraw catches her big break. Lord knows she's due. Brain damage after a tragic car accident that took both of her parents. Gabby is or nor not quite right. N-O-R, not quite right. A real challenge for fleeting newspaper reporter. So she wants to be a newspaper reporter. Especially when she scrambles upon a dead body of the next governor of Kentucky, Buster McGlory. On with her trust and blues ball notebook, Gabby figures that solving the murder might be her best chance to prove to everyone, most of all dearly departed Mama and overprotective Grandpa, that she become quite right again. But she gets more than she bargained for when she uncovers a world of corruption, queerism, and finally secrets in small town. Gary Ridge, lucky for her, she also's about to discover that some things are far more important than all the brains in the world, and that miracles occur in the most expected moments. This is going to be good. Trying to be a newspaper reporter. I'm trying to write things in a newspaper. Girl, I've got so many stories I could put in a newspaper right now that's in my brain. So that's another book that I am working on. The next book, and it's actually a pretty good book, it's by Carolyn Brown. And I went yesterday to Dollar Tree with my best friend because she's looking for a cat toy. And I went over to hang out with her and her wife, and we watched 80s for Brady, a very good movie, funny, goofy, pretty good. It's called The Ladies' Room, and just to put it out there, you can find good books at Dollar Tree for $1. So anyway, secrets told in the church lady room. Our response to stay in the ladies' room. Supposed to stay in the ladies' room. But that doesn't mean that what truly overhears they're doing a great aunt gratitude funeral won't change the rest of her life. Truly has a daughter in the middle of major revolution. A two-timing husband who has been cheating for their entire marriage life, and a mother with amnesia residing in a local nursing home. She doesn't really need to need a climbing old house about to fall into nothing but a pile of memories and broken knickknacks. Billy Lee Tucker, resident oddball. Trish Mongol, Oklahoma, lives next door to Garrett, and in her will she leave him be found to help truly remodel the old house. That finally find with Billy Lee because he has been in love with Julie since they started school, and just spending time with her is something he never ever allowed himself to dream about. A beautiful home raises up from an old house on Broadway, and right along with the rise of a relationship, but Julie is too scared from what she heard in the ladies' room to see a lonely future with Billy Lee. So you gotta read it. Her cousins say something about her marriage and about her and everything. You have to read it, but it is so good. I'm on chapter 16, so I basically have that much left to read. Not a lot, so getting into the next book that I am reading. It's by John Green, and it's Looking for Alaska. So many people have talked about this book on Goodreads, on BookGround, Book Talk, so many. And I've decided I had to get the book. It's on my book on Goodreads to read, and I finally found it. I was looking all over the book. I was like, oh, okay, my library's going to put it there. But it's pretty good. And I have it now. So I'm actually reading it. This does not have chapters at all, but at the very beginning of this book, let's see here. It said something, I saw something in here said right before, but there's no chapters in here, but I'm on page 91. Miles Hunter is a franchise by famous last two words and tried of his safe life at home. He leaves for boarding school to seek what he is dying for and cause a great perhaps. Much awaits Miles at Clever Creek, including Alaska Young, who will pull Miles into her labyrinth and capture him into the great perhaps. Looking for Alaska, Billings particles describe impact one life can have on another. A modern classic is stunning duet marked. This is like a #1 bestseller book. John Green is a good author. I have some other books of his, like The Fault in Our Stars. I have that one. I definitely want to read it again. I have Paper Town. But I know he's not my brother-in-law, but he's a good author. And those are the books that I am actually reading. And one other thing I want to talk about is this right here. I am writing a book, and it's called Was It Love at First Sight? And so far, I have written, I'm not going to read any of it to y'all, but it is a romance novel. Basically what the book is about, two people meet online. They start talking online. They're from different states, different religions, different backgrounds, and they end up falling in love with each other. And Frank, in my story, the main guy character in my story, Frank, he works in the military. And Christina, I know I used my name in the book, basically, in the story. She is a writer, and she is working on her first novel, and she has to go to Michigan, where he lives, but he's not stationed in Michigan. He's stationed somewhere else. He lives in Michigan. They finally get to meet, talk a little bit, and then he's got to leave to go back to the military to work, where she has to go on a book tour for her first book that she wrote and tell people about it so people will buy it. She meets this other guy named Joey and goes from there. You'll have to find out the rest. But I'm actually working on chapter 15. I'm trying to type on my computer 14. I got half of it and working on the other half. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you didn't, then give it a thumbs down. And hopefully my book will be out before Christmas. And you can buy it and check it out. Till next time. Bye, guys.